Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. The collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love. As you sit and you listen to what is said, feel each of the vibrations that come through each of the words. That is where all information resides. Allow it to fill each and every one of you. Allow this information to flow through you, into you, infuse you. The energies that have been passing through this planet have been taking effect on all beings of this planet. Many have been experiencing things that they don't understand, many things that they question, many things that are not natural to them. There are many situations that are taking place that are questionable to the individual. Many have been experiencing other lifetimes, as you would say, parallel lives, experiences that they cannot explain, situations that take place at a moment that they cannot understand. At a moment they are in one place, but yet they are witnessing another. This is part of the change, the effect of this energy, the shifting of the DNA, the perspective of what lies ahead. That is what we are here to give you information about. As each and every one of you sit here this evening and listen to what is being said, many of you may be distracted with another existence, something that is taking place that you can't quite understand. But to have an understanding of what this is and what is taking place, what we want you to understand is this, that as you sit here and you listen to what is said, your mind can be in another place. Is this another existence? Yes, it can be. But it is a physical existence that we are explaining with this. As you sit here, you may be thinking about something else, somewhere else. This is you being here physically, but yet being in another place in your mind. This is easy to understand. But the difficulty comes when you have a vision of a parallel life. You are there, witnessing something that is taking place, but physically you are here. You are jumping over to that existence, moving forward into that time frame. We have explained time as time is a difficult concept for all to understand on this planet. But the concept that we want you to understand is the centering of that heart space and being able to be in an existence here, as well as moving into another existence that is taking place just slightly off from your center. As some of you have experienced these things that are taking place, you question them, which is correct, because the physical being has no understanding of what is taking place. But the energetic being understands completely what is taking place. As there is no time, there is no past, present, or future. It is all now. The energetic being can step over into each and every one of those at any time. But your ability to witness this stepping over is increasing for some. So what we want you to understand is that this is possible and it is happening. Allow those things to take place. But we also want you to experience it as you sit here, as we sit here together in the energy. So at this point, we want to ask everyone present to be in their mind, be fully into their mind, and think about some place, something, someone else, somewhere else. Think about that. Visualize that in your thoughts. Understand what that is and see those thoughts. Feel those thoughts. This is, yes, another existence, but is a physical existence that you have here on this planet. You can be in two places at one time while you're physically located here, but you are thinking of another place, being at another place, doing something else at another place. It is a physicality. It is the mind thinking of that, placing you there. But now, remove yourself from your mind, from the thought processes. Clear yourself from any of those thought processes. Now enter into your heart space. Fill yourself up with this energy. Center yourself into your heart space. Now, allow your heart space to fill you with that energy. Now, place yourself into a situation that has happened or will happen. And allow the emotion to place you there. Allow the emotion to fill that up. Because in reality, the heart space is your guidance. It will provide you the emotion of the reality of what is taking place. If you sense these emotions and you feel the emotions and you're witnessing this other area, this is what it is like to step over into another time frame, another timeline, a parallel existence. Because it is the heart center, the energetic being that moves you there. So as you witness these parallel lives, these timelines, these jumps, allow it to guide you. Allow the experience to guide you. You will know that it is correct. And it is not your mind placing you there. Because you will feel the emotions tied to what is taking place. These are the experiences that we want you to understand. Concepts of time on your planet exist only for your planet and for your physical being. So you have an understanding of when to be somewhere and when to do something at some particular point. But what we want you to understand, there is no time, no future, no past, no present. It is all one. And the energetic being that guides you, puts you on your path, is able to move wherever it chooses, whenever it chooses, and it does. But the connection point between you and this energetic being is becoming stronger. And you are witnessing the things that the energetic being is witnessing. These are things that are possibilities, things that could have happened, may happen. It is not to say they are going to happen at that point. They're all possibilities. As your path here on this planet is wide, extremely wide, there are many choices for each being on this planet to have. And you are witnessing just one of them. You are existing in just one of them at the moment. But at any particular point, you could be witnessing or experiencing one of the others. This is a difficult concept for the physical mind to understand. But open your heart up to that energetic being, and you will have a complete understanding of this existence. There are many things that are taking place all around you right now. Things you may not agree with, things you may agree with, but they are all choices on your path. For the timeline that you are on currently in this place, in the physical body that you are in at this point right now, you are experiencing a particular thing. You are witnessing a particular thing. But understand that your energetic body is here, connected to all existence, all energy. It is infusing you with what is needed. As the information that is passed from the individual in front of you may not make sense to your mind, there are portions of it that are connecting to you from a different level. You will have an understanding of this in the days to come, in the time to come, as you begin to witness these things playing out in front of you. As you call it, the veil is thinning. Witnessing of experiences that you haven't before will begin. They have begun. You may have questioned them, but they are there in front of you. Allow them to be. Allow yourself to intertwine with these experiences. This is why you are here. You are beginning to remember all of the experiences that you had before you took the physical form here on this planet. As you begin to remember, as that remembering takes place, you will have a greater understanding of all things here on this planet, all the abilities that are capable for the energetic being. Do not allow them to disturb you. That is just part of the physical being here on this planet. As many of you begin to experience these things, you may begin to speak in a different manner. You may be able to hear in a different manner. You may be able to see in a different manner. That is because you are becoming aware of all of your senses, all of your abilities. Things are rapidly changing all around you. They are going to continue to change. Momentum is building. The time is now. Allow yourself to settle into the knowing that this is why you are here. Open yourself up to this existence, and all will be revealed. As we have said, this is a difficult concept to understand. But give it time. The understanding will come. The door will be open to all. If there are questions, please ask.
Thank you for being present with us this evening. Many of us are experiencing things like the Mandela Effect, things that go missing, our memories failing. Are most of these instances cases of this timeline jumping or alternate reality experiencing?
All of what you have mentioned is part of this experience. What you have to understand is that what you are witnessing is you're witnessing it through the energetic being that is inside of you. And it may be as if they are playing because they are moving from one to one to one, timeline to timeline to timeline. And your physical brain cannot compute those time skips. They're reference points. You look at them as you misplace something. You don't remember it that particular way. But in reality, it is all. It has happened. Yes, those things have been in existence, but you may not remember it. But it is just the movement of all. Not a particular point in time, but all. So this is a difficulty that the human mind has with the lack of time, the lack of understanding of time. But if you could completely understand and completely look at it, you would see it as a greater web of all things. It is in existence. It has been in existence and will be in existence. But the mind cannot compute quite as fast as the energetic body can maneuver throughout that web.
Thank you. And talking about this being the time, we had a client recently, and through a channeled message, she was told that these abilities are coming online. It's time to start using them. It's almost like those of us in this generation are being activated, like we have a computer chip that's turning on all of a sudden, all at the same time, to engage in this new reality. Is that kind of a way to describe this?
As we have described, there is much energy passing through this planet. And yes, you can call it an activation. As the energy passes through an individual, it is as if a beacon has been set off, turned on, and then the abilities begin to come back, or the memory of what was of an existence before the physical existence is in place. It is changing the physical being. It is turning on this process, yes. Many more are feeling it. Many more are of an existence in this. And they will continue to grow in numbers. There is much more energy to come to this planet. It will come in cycles. Greater and greater. There is an ever change for this planet. It is happening. assist those along the way. As they begin to unlock, be there, help them understand what is taking place. That is what we want to ask of all that are present.
For the benefit of those who might be new, can you let us know who primarily is speaking tonight, please?
The primary vibrational information is being provided by Enoch and Source.
Thank you very much.
How do I uninstall the programming that is preventing me from instantly healing so I can walk into a body that's fully healthy?
To understand the answer to the questions asked, one must understand that, as you call it, programming is something that you have chosen to have in place. It can be removed or rewritten, yes. There is much work needed to do this, to reverse the things that you have set in place prior to arrival to this planet. It is possible, but it takes deep internal guidance to understand the connection point at which you have been processed. The energetic body has been processing this particular life, this particular physical being. So it takes deep internal guidance for this to take place. The assistance from others can help, but it is an internal seeking that you require. The physical aspect of change or healing as it is requested is a physicality of this being. There are many things that are taking place. There are paths yet to be experienced, individuals yet to be placed on that path. Seeking the healing also is in alignment with the energetic being. There are things that need to be cleared first. The physical will then follow. There is much distraction that is there in place at this point, this period. Removing of the distractions will aid in the guidance from this physical being inside of this individual. Allow the energetic being to well up inside of this individual to provide the guidance that is necessary. There is a removal of some of the physicality that is necessary. There is a deeper seeking that is required. This individual must understand that there are physical actions that must take place at this moment. There are things that must be removed out of this physical being. There are distractions of this life, this world, that must be removed for the existence of this being to be in place. Allow this being to understand that all of the distractions that are in place are of no longer existence and have not been needed up to this point. They are in place by the mind, not the heart, not the energetic being that is guiding you. Allow those distractions to move aside and be no longer. They proved not to be of an existence that is needed for the path that is which you are on. So have the understanding that you are a being that must understand that nothing must distract you. Leave those things behind. The distractions are what are causing the physical ailments you are requiring to be removed and healed. Once these distractions are removed, the healing process then can take place. Nhao nhao nhom nhìn ya ho yan di nhao di hi su da hai ma hi nhao hi ya ho di yo tao ya ya hun si ya tu yan di hu yan ya hi yu Nyan no ni hi si dia yu hi shi wa nya hi hu hi ti hi ya yo. Allow this individual to understand that the vibration provided to him is the vibration that is needed to be of an existence higher than he is. Allow this individual to understand that there are no more distractions for his existence here.
Thank you very much for that. Who was that provided that blessing?
The primary vibrational information is provided by Source, Raphael, and an ascended master that is assigned to this individual.
Thank you ever so much. A house guest that stayed with us recently was upstairs sleeping and said that I came to her in the night energetically to help her with something. Was that accurate?
What was experienced that evening was just as you explained. As you are resting physically, you are traveling outside of your physical body, as all beings here on this planet do. You have made an agreement with this individual to be with her to assist her and guide her in the events that she was experiencing. Many of you have the ability to do this, though you are not aware that it is taking place. This is part of the connection between the physical and the energetic. As you rest, as the physical being requires the rest, the energetic being travels and rejuvenates, guides and assists in other situations. And then it comes back into the physical being, and you may have remembrance of this. It may be part of your dream cycle, but it is all natural. This is what is supposed to take place.
How can I and others better remember those travels and events at night?
As your energetic being does travel, it may not always be for you to remember. But as it settles back into your physical body, it may tie itself to a dream or a thought as you wake. This is more than you can understand, but it is what has been taking place while this energetic body is traveling. There isn't a particular thing you can do, but have the understanding that it does take place. If you wake in the middle of the night and have a sensation that you have not been there, that you just arrived back into your bed, that is most likely what has happened. Note it, understand it, welcome it, and thank your energetic body for traveling as it wants to do.
So, speaking of this traveling, I've been doing that a lot lately and feeling very tired. I had one specific incident where I helped a woman in the future, and this beautiful blue creature is just beautiful. And I helped her, and I wanted to know if you could tell me a little bit more about her, because I felt very connected to it.
Yeah. What you have been experiencing is the connection point between you and a future existence. What you are experiencing is the future self, not of an existence here, but another life, another point. There are many, as you would say, beautiful things in this place, yes. Beings of sort. Wrap yourself around this existence. You are there to guide, yes. But the guidance is coming back this way to you as well. There is much to be learned in both directions. Open yourself to the existence that you are there and you are here. Allow yourself to gain the knowledge from this being, from this future self. There is much to be understood. There is much to be gained from this individual. Just as you bring information to them, allow it to be part of you. Do not allow the distractions of being tired outweigh the fact that you have the ability to travel. But give your body, your physical existence, the time for proper rest. It requires the proper rest.
Thank you for that information.
As you see it, what is keeping me from moving forward on my path? And also, how do I heal these neck issues and light sensitivity issues?
Moving forward on one's path can be difficult, but what must be understood is that self is at times the block that is in place for this movement forward. But self as an existence, being of the energetic, you have an understanding that this is in place, but there is a distraction and a reluctance to acknowledge and move forward into it. There are things that your self want you to know, but you are not listening to these things. You are hearing what is in place, but you are not listening and putting them into existence. But what we want you to understand, and all beings we want you to understand, that the physical ailments that do occur in the physical being here on this planet, many of them, if not all, are energetically related. As you remove the energetic blocks, the physical issues will then move aside. They are there to give you a warning, an indicator, something to exist, because you are reluctant to understand. Light sensitivity. That is you experiencing the energy that is in front of you. It is overwhelming, yes. You are looking at it as a physical ailment. But what you can understand, and what you must understand, is that you are experiencing energy in a different way. You are seeing it in a different way. Provide yourself the time to understand that this can be of benefit to you, not a distraction. A guidance to you, not a distraction. But most importantly, is to move forward on the path that is in front of you. Sidestep any of the things that are distractions. And you will begin to understand the physical ailments that are in place. You will understand how to maneuver around them, take care of them, begin to speak to them, and speak them out of existence. They are energetically driven. They are there telling you something. Begin to listen to it.
Thank you for that information. Before we close, is there a final message, please?
As all of you are experiencing this moment in time, Understand there are many other existences taking place at this particular point. Have the understanding that time is a frame of reference for the physical being here on this planet. But also have the understanding that there is no time, no existence, and all things can happen all at once. You have the ability to look into this existence. See what is taking place. See what has taken place. See what is going to take place. This is the ability of the energetic body that is inside each and every one of you to manipulate and move through all of it. Have that understanding. But also understand that many more things are going to be unlocked for each and every one of you. Allow the energy to come to this planet and flow through this planet. Accept all the energy that is coming through this planet. Do not allow it to be a distraction, but rejoice in it. Open yourself up to it, as it is the key to your lock of existence here on your planet. That is what we want you to understand.
Thank you so very much.
As always, the collective is here for your information, love, and knowledge.